Jeff Adams, champion, innovator, pioneer. He showed the world that a wheelchair could be a chariot.
The race to the wire, and Jeff Adams is going to do it.
He wanted to be #1 in the world. There was no way he was going to start the race without having the mindset of winning.
He was one of the most focused athlete on the track and fearless.
What made him different from the other ones is that he always looked for what can I do better in order to get better, to be #1.
I know very few athletes that could deal with pressure and even enjoy the pressure.
As a 9-year-old in Brampton, Ontario, Jeff Adams loses the use of his legs as a side effect of treatment for cancer. But he never loses his love of sport and his determination to break the boundaries of prejudice and the tyranny of low expectations.
For Jeff, wheelchair racing was a pure sport, and the racing chair was just a piece of equipment. It had nothing to do with disability.
He was the guy that took it out of the shadows so people could recognize that the Paralympic athletes is equal to the Olympic athletes and training equally hard.
Beginning in the late 1980s, racing at distances that range from sprints to marathons, he dominates. 6-time world champion, 6 consecutive Paralympic Games, 13 medals, including 3 gold. Jeff is unmistakable and flamboyant, the living emblem of possibility and pride.
He just belongs with the best athletes of Canada because of what he did, because of what he won in a very high-performance sport. The total of his performance themselves is amazing.
It's almost forgotten now that 15 years he dominated the wheelchair racing in track and road racing. And at the time, I think that he was the best, probably the best male Canadian athlete, period, for any sport.
As one of Canada's most prominent persons with a disability, he advocates passionately for inclusion and equality, and he proves it in his own life.
Jeff has done so much that you'll never track on a newspaper because he would tell someone, I'm training at 4, bring your chair and follow me. And he did that countless of times with many athletes, men and women of all levels. And he didn't need to talk about it. He didn't need to tweet about it. He just, he just does it.
Now, he is a law student, aspiring to a career on the front lines of the battle for the equal rights of persons with a disability.
Having him as an athlete was a privilege for me. And it was also one of the greatest learning experiences because not all athletes you learn from, but him in particular, I learned a lot from.
He's been a mentor when I started wheelchair racing. He's been a peer when we were both winning. I think he's just one of those very few people we can call friends for life, and it's true. That's very, very precious, I think.
Jeff Adams has turned adversity to opportunity and found true sweetness reflected in gold.